Hello dear friends, in this video we are going to study basic proportionality theorem, that is BPT. Now statement of the theorem is, if a line parallel to a side of a triangle intersects the remaining sides into distinct points, then the line divides the sides in the same proportion. The statement after if is called given and the statement after then is called to prove. Statement after if is here, it is given. What is given? A line parallel to a side of a triangle. Means we have to draw a figure using this information. What we have to do? We have to draw a triangle. We have to give name to their sides and then show one line parallel to a side. A side means any one side. First I draw a figure, a triangle I draw. It is triangle, any triangle. I give it name ABC. A line parallel to a side of a triangle. Now you can draw a line parallel to any side. You can draw parallel to BC, you can draw parallel to AB, you can draw parallel to AC. Okay, I draw parallel to BC here, line L. A line, which line? Line L is parallel to a side. Which side? BC. Intersects the remaining sides. Which are remaining sides? Means except parallel. Parallel is BC and remaining are AB and AC. This line intersects AB and AC into distinct points. Here P and here Q. This line L intersects side AB at point P and side AC at point Q. That is given. Okay. Now what is here? That we have to write as a given. Now I write here given. Given. What is given? Line L is parallel to side BC. Okay. Line L parallel to side BC. Again what is given? That line intersects remaining sides in two distinct points. Which two distinct points? P and Q. That also we have to write. It intersects side AB and side AC at points P and Q respectively. Respectively means line L intersects side AB at point P and side AC at point Q respectively. What is to prove? Statement after then is to prove. Then the line means this L divides the sides. Which sides? AB and AC in the same proportion. Now here, due to this line, AB is divided in two parts, two segments, AP and PB. Then their ratio of this side is equal to, due to Q point, AC is divided into AQ and QC, this ratio. Then we have to show ratio of this side is equal to ratio of this side. What is the ratio of this side? AP upon PB. AP upon PB is equal to ratio of this side. Which ratio is formed here? AQ upon QC. We have to prove this. Okay. For that we have to construct. Construction is here. What to construct? Here you see diagonal is formed here. Draw diagonals of this quadrilateral. This is quadrilateral PBCQ. Then in construction join their diagonals. First this and then this. Draw seg QB or BQ you can write, and seg then here CP. Okay, that afterwards I draw, but we have to draw it. In this way, again I repeat here, first we drew figure with the help of this. Then we wrote given line L parallel to BC. This line L intersect AB at P and AC at Q. For to prove ratio of this side is equal to ratio of this side, AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Then we have to construct diagonals of this quadrilateral BQ and CP also, but CP I draw afterwards. Okay, now proof. Proof is very easy. What we have to do, we have to consider two triangles with base AP and PB. Your attention should be here on AP and PB. You take here two triangles with base AP and second triangle with base PB. Consider these two triangles. Okay? In triangle, now first triangle with base AP. Base AP. If we take base AP, what is the third vertex? Q. Then perpendicular will be drawn from Q on this base. Like this. Base into height. No? Now here if we take AP base, then third vertex is Q and from Q height will be drawn, and it is acute angle triangle. APB is acute angle triangle, therefore its perpendicular will be drawn in the interior. That's why it is coming inside. Okay, this here I write H. H is the height. What is base of APQ? AP. What is height? H. Okay, therefore which triangle is taken here? APQ. In triangle APQ and triangle. Now second triangle you have to take with base PB. Now base PB here, base is PB. If base is PB, what is third vertex? Q. Now from Q, you see here, if you observe here, this BPQ is obtuse. If BPQ is obtuse, its height will go in the exterior part by extending its base. If we extend base, height is coming here. It is obtuse. Base is PB. Base is PB, and if we extend PB, height is coming here. Means same height. Which triangle is taken here? PBQ. Okay. In triangle APQ and triangle PBQ. Now you observe both the triangles APQ. What is base? AP. What is height? H. In triangle PBQ, what is base? PB. What is height? H. Means these two triangles are with equal height. These two triangles are with equal height, and you know, if two triangles are with equal height, then the ratio of their areas is equal to ratio of their corresponding bases. Means B1 upon B2, because their heights are same. Heights are same, therefore ratio of their corresponding bases. And what is base here? AP, and here base PB. Therefore we have to write here now, in triangle APQ and PBQ, in these two triangles, write the ratio of their areas. Therefore we can write here area of triangle APQ upon area of triangle PBQ is equal to, now what is equal in them? Height or base? Heights. Their heights are equal, therefore ratio of their corresponding bases. B1 upon B2. What is B1? AP. AP is base. And what is base of PBQ? PB. Here number 1, and support we have to give triangles with equal height. Triangles with equal height. Therefore we wrote here ratio of their corresponding bases. Now first left side we got, AP upon PB we got. Okay, now right side, AQ upon QC we want, and for that now it is change. Now here construction we did, no construction say CP, therefore I draw here CP now. Now consider CP. For a while I erase this, then you will understand. Okay, now this side, two triangles of that side now, right side. Here first we took this side. Now these two triangles. First triangle you take with base AQ, second triangle you take with base QC. Okay, in triangle. Now what is the triangle with base AQ? AQP. Okay, AQP. In triangle AQP and triangle with base QC. QC is here. This. Then you can write PQC. PQC. Now AQP. AQP, we want base AQ, then what is third vertex? P. Then from P height will come perpendicular. Here height is drawn from P now because we want AQ base. AQ base, P third vertex, from P height is drawn. Now what is base of AQP? AQ is the base, H is the height. Second triangle with base QC. QC base. If we take QC base, what is the third vertex? P, and from P height will go outside because it is obtuse. Q is obtuse, and if we extend base, then height will come here. Therefore again what is same here? What is equal? Heights are equal. Height of AQP H, height of PQC H. Therefore if heights are same, then the ratio of their corresponding bases here also. Area of triangle AQP upon area of triangle PQC is equal to, now heights are same, therefore ratio of their corresponding bases. Base of AQP is AQ upon base of PQC is QC. Number 2, same support that we have written here. You write in words, triangles with equal heights. Same support. Okay. Now third part, here again I join this now because this work is over. Now consider two triangles, these two triangles now. Here PBQ and here this side PQC. PBQ. Now triangle, which triangle here? PBQ. PBQ and triangle second this PQC have, these two triangles have same base. Which you see, which side is common in both? This triangle first. Okay, here you see this triangle PBQ, and here it is like this. It is like this. PBQ and second triangle is like this. See, it is like this. Okay, these are diagonals. Now here see triangle, this one PBQ and here this one. What is common here? This PQ. PQ is the base. Means base is equal, common base. They have common base. Common base, that is PQ. These two triangles have common base PQ, and it is parallel to BC. Line L is parallel to BC. Therefore, if we draw height here, if we draw height in this triangle and here in this triangle, here see these are parallel. It is like this. Okay, it is parallel to this. Now it is base. If we extend base and we have to draw height from here, this is triangle, PQ is base. PQ is base, B is third vertex. From here we will draw height. Here height is drawn. Here it is parallel to this triangle. It is the triangle, from here height will come in this way. It is parallel to this. Base is PQ, base is extended, height is drawn, here H, here H. Now as L is parallel to BC, heights are always same. That property we know. Heights between parallel lines are always equal. Therefore, as these two triangles are lying between, parallel lines, their heights are also same. Therefore, we can write here triangle PBQ and PQC have common base, that is PQ, and equal height. and equal height. Their heights are also equal. Now you know fourth property, triangles with equal base and height. If two triangles are with equal base and height, then what is their areas? What about their areas? Their areas are equal. Their areas are same. Therefore we can write here area of triangle. Which triangle? PBQ is equal to area of triangle PQC. PQC. Number 3, support we can write here triangles with same base and height. Triangles with same base and height. Okay, now here 3 equations we got, 1, 2, 3. Now you compare 1, 2, 3 directly, we get direct answer. Okay, now see how to compare. Now here 1 and 2 you compare first. What is right side of 1? AP upon PB. Okay, that we have to find here. And here AQ upon QC. We want to show right sides equal. When right sides will come equal? When can we say right sides equal? If their left sides equal. Left side is here. It is left side, it is left side. You compare these left sides. If we get left sides equal, then we can say right sides equal. Okay, now let's compare numerator and denominator. What is numerator here? APQ. Here numerator AQP. Names are different. APQ. Here you see APQ and there is AQP. Names are different, but area will not change. No? If we change their names, area will not change. APQ and AQP are same triangle here. APQ, AQP, same area. Therefore, area is same. Numerator and here this numerator is same. We are directly comparing now. Numerators are same. Now let's see about denominator. Here denominator is PBQ and here denominator is PQC. Now in third you see what we have written. In third, PBQ is equal to PQC. Means denominators are also same. Numerators are same, denominators are same. It means this whole side, both sides are same. And if both sides are same, means left sides are same, left sides are equal, right sides are equal. Therefore, by comparing 1, 2 and 3 directly, therefore, if left sides are equal, right sides are equal. What are right sides of 1 and 2? AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. And here support from 1, 2 and 3. And here it is proved. See, hence proved. In this way, basic proportionality theorem is completed. It is very easy and important for your examination. Now let's see example number first, that is based on basic proportionality theorem. Now here very important condition is that any line should be parallel to a side. If a line is not parallel to a side, then we cannot use BPT. If it is there, then it is very easy. Therefore, that condition should be given in the example. Line parallel to a side. Now here you see line parallel to a side. It is given in triangle ABC. They start from that given condition. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. It is given, and that's why we can use BPT here. First ratio will form at D point and second ratio will form at E point, because this is parallel line. Okay, first ratio at D, second ratio at E. Therefore, ratio at D is equal to ratio of E. Now here D, here E. First ratio at point D. What is the ratio formed at point D? AD, DB. Here AD, here DB. Second ratio at E, AE, EC. Now here DB is given 5.4, some values are given. AD is given 1.8, EC is given 7.2, and here AE question mark. By using BPT, we can find that AE. It is very easy. Now write the ratio. by BPT. AD upon DB is equal to ratio that side at point E, AE upon EC. And here reason you write basic proportionality theorem. In short, BPT also you can write. Now put values. AD 1.8, DB 5.4, AE we have to find it, and EC 7.2. Now do reduction, transfer order. Here 18, here 54. We can reduce it by 18. 18 ones are, 18 threes are. 1 upon 3 is equal to AE upon 7.2. Cross multiplication. AE multiplied by 3 is equal to 7.2. 3 divide there. AE is equal to 7.2 divided by 3. AE is equal to, now reduce by 3. 3 2s are 6, 3 4s are 12. Unit is given here centimeter, that's why I write here centimeter. If unit is not given, don't write. Therefore we got here value, find AE. AE we got 2.4 centimeter. Hello dear friends, now we are going to start practice set 1.2, that is based on BPT, basic proportionality theorem. Now first example, let's see first example. In triangle PQR, PM is given 15, here PM 15, PQ 25, this whole side, PQ 25, PR 20, this whole side, PR 20, and NR 8. Okay, state whether line NM is this line parallel to side RQ. Give reason. Basic proportionality theorem is, in a triangle if a line is parallel to a side, then ratios are equal. Okay, it is like this. Here we have to show line NM is parallel to side RQ, means it is opposite, and that we have to solve, that we have to prove by converse of BPT. Means first ratios we have to show equal, and then we will say by converse of BPT line is parallel, it is opposite. If line is given parallel, then that is by BPT. If line is parallel to side, then ratios are equal, it is BPT. If it is opposite, if ratios are equal, then you are saying line parallel to side, then that is by converse of BPT. Here we have to show line parallel to a side, means it is based on converse of BPT. For that we have to show ratios equal. Which ratio? Pn upon Nr should be equal to Pm upon Mq. Ratio should be equal, but for that we should know Pn. Pn is not given, but we can find. Here Mq is not given, but we can find, because whole side is given. Therefore first of all find out Pn here and here Mq. Then let's continue. First Pn plus Nr, segment addition property. Pn plus Nr is equal to Pr. Here you can write collinear points PNR between this property. Pn plus Nr is equal to Pr. Here now put value. Pn we don't know. Pn plus Nr is 8, Pr is given 20. Therefore Pn we get 20 minus 8. Pn is equal to 12. And that side Pm plus Mq. Pm plus Mq is equal to PQ, segment addition. Pm plus Mq is equal to PQ. Points collinear are PMQ. PM 15, MQ not given, PQ 25. Therefore MQ is equal to 25 minus 15. Here we get MQ 10. This ratio we got. Here we got 12 and here we got 10. Okay. Now we don't want this side. Now let's find ratios. Ratio. This ratio, find this ratio. If both ratios are equal, then we can say line is parallel, otherwise not. I continue here now. I find first this side ratio, Pn upon Nr. Pn upon NR is equal to, write their values, 12 upon 8 is equal to, by which number we can reduce here? By 4. 4 3s are, 4 2s are, give number 1. 3 upon 2, that is the value of Pn upon Nr. Find that side ratio. Pm upon Mq. Pm 15, Mq 10. Here we can reduce by 5. 5 3s are, 5 2s are, number 2. Now see, both values we got same. If right sides are equal, then left sides are equal. Therefore, left sides are here Pn upon Nr is equal to Pm upon Mq. We got ratios equal from 1 and 2. Here we proved ratios are equal. Ratios are equal. Sides are in proportion. If ratios are equal, sides are in proportion, then line is parallel to a side. Line, which line? NM. Therefore, NM is parallel to RQ, and it is by converse of BPT. It is converse of basic proportionality theorem, and that only we have to prove here. Line NM is parallel to side RQ, hence proved. This example is based on converse of BPT. Now let's see next example. Here measures of some angles are given. APQ 60, here ABC 60 degree. Prove that AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. Now these are the ratios that we have to show. AP upon PB is equal to AQ upon QC. We can show these two ratios equal by BPT. But for that, the important condition is not given. Which condition? Line should be parallel to a side. Here PQ is not parallel to BC. If it is given PQ parallel to BC, then directly we can write this by BPT. But here most important condition is that line is not given parallel, and we have to show this line parallel to this, and then directly we can write by BPT ratios are equal. Now what to do for that? For that we have to use this information. Here angles are given. Angle APQ is equal to 60 degree. It is given. Angle ABC is also given 60 degree. Both angles are given here. Both angles are given in example. If their measures are equal, these angles are congruent. Therefore, we can write here angle APQ is congruent with angle ABC. Both angles are congruent, each of 60 degree. Both angles are of 60 degree. That's why these angles are congruent. Now you see, if this angle is congruent to this angle is above PQ, this angle is above BC. If we take AC transversal, AB transversal, then these are this side, to the right side and above. If these are congruent, by converse of corresponding angle test. What is corresponding angle test? Corresponding angle test. If two lines are parallel, test is, if two lines are parallel, any transversal is intersecting to them, then corresponding angles are congruent. Corresponding angles are congruent if two lines are parallel. This is the test. But here we have angles congruent, and then we will say lines parallel, mean that will be the converse, corresponding angle test. Therefore we can write here, therefore PQ is parallel to BC. Why? It is converse of corresponding angle test. In corresponding angle test, we say first lines parallel, then angles congruent, but in the converse it will be opposite. If angles congruent, then lines parallel. Therefore here we got PQ parallel to BC, and if PQ parallel to BC, we can use BPT now. If this line is parallel to this side, ratio of this side is equal to ratio of this side. Ratio of this side is AP upon PB. AP upon PB is equal to this side AQ upon QC. AQ upon QC, and this only we want. Support here by basic proportionality theorem. In short, you can write BPT here. Okay, hence proved. Next example is activity based example, and it is very easy. X is any point in the interior of triangle. Here point X is joined to the vertex of triangle, means here XD, XE, XF. X is joined to 3 vertices. Here PQ is parallel to DE. PQ is parallel to DE, therefore we can use BPT here. QR is parallel to EF. Here QR is parallel to EF. Here also we can use BPT. Then fill in the blanks to prove PR parallel to DF. We have to show line parallel, PR parallel to DF. If we want to show line parallel to a side, that is by converse of BPT. If you want to show sides are in proportion, ratio is equal, then that is by BPT. Okay, let's start. Proof. In triangle XDE, here XDE, here this triangle, consider this triangle. Your focus should be here, XDE. XDE. PQ parallel to DE. PQ parallel to DE. Here it is given. PQ parallel to DE. Therefore, support will be given. Reason here given. Now we know that if in any triangle line is parallel to a side, we can use BPT. Okay. By BPT, ratios are equal. One ratio at P is equal to second ratio at Q. Now P is here given, XP. XP, go ahead. XP upon, it will come on the same segment, on same side. XP upon PD. Then here PD will come. XP upon PD. Second ratio will form at Q point here. The second ratio will form at Q. XQ, go ahead, QE. XQ upon QE. Then here I write XQ upon QE is given by basic proportionality theorem. Okay, first triangle XDE. Second triangle XEF. XEF here. XEF. QR parallel to EF. Here also QR parallel to EF. It is also given. Again use BPT because line is parallel to a side. You can use BPT. By BPT, here ratios are equal. First ratio will form here Q, second R, or R first, Q then. Okay. Now here you see X, E, F, Q, R. First I take R at R. XR upon RF. XR upon RF is equal to second at Q. You can write this also first, no problem. XQ upon QE. XQ upon QE. Okay, QR is parallel to this. XR upon RF, XQ upon QE. Number 2, reason here, basic proportionality theorem, same that we have given above. Basic proportionality theorem. Now you compare 1 and 2. In 1 and 2, which sides are equal? Here you see XQ upon QE, XQ upon QE. Right sides are equal. If right sides are equal, here left sides are equal. This is equal to this. Therefore, here I write XP upon PD is equal to XR upon RF. Reason from 1 and 2. And here you see now it is already over, but I explain here. XP upon PD means first ratio is formed at P. XR upon RF, second ratio is formed at R. Therefore, segment joining them PR. PR is parallel to DF. PR parallel to DF by converse of BPT. Why by converse of BPT? Because we showed first ratio is equal and then we said line parallel. Therefore, this is converse. In this way, examples from practice set according to this syllabus based on BPT we have completed.